Hey friends, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today we're just going to do a little seedling update from the seeds we started last week. I was going to give you guys kind of like an outdoor tour of the garden and the garlic bed, but unfortunately it's raining cats and dogs today and I was not going to go out on that. So as you can see, in the last week we've had some activity. I'll start over here. All the Napa cabbages that I started have come up and they're looking really good. In fact, some of them are starting to get their true leaves. So I went ahead and I uncovered everybody. And I moved the light up a little bit because these lights that I'm using are quite warm to the touch. And I didn't want them to get too hot. So uncovered them, moved up the light. All of the bok choy has come up. You can see everything's about the same size. The blue curled Scotch kale came up. One of them is looking a little bit puny, but I think it might bounce back. And the dino kale came up and is looking good. The only thing that hasn't come up in this tray is the giant noble spinach, which I planted on the 14th and I'm filming this on the 22nd. So I'm gonna give it a few more days before I call it. I think the problem with this is there might be too much heat coming off the light. So I may, at the end of the, I think it said 7 to 14 days for that to germinate. And if after 14 days it hasn't come up, I may try again and move it further away from the light so it's not as warm. So we'll just kind of play that one by ear and see how it goes. But yeah, everything in this tray looks really good. I'm gonna stop top watering. I was using a spray bottle to water these guys. I'm gonna start bottom watering all of these little seed cells, so that hopefully they don't get, you know, washed out. The tomatoes are doing really well, some of them. All 3 of the spoon tomatoes that I planted came up. They look great. 3 of the ruby monster tomatoes came up, and then 6 of them aren't really doing much. I am starting to notice some algae on top of the seed cells, like especially this one right here in the back. I'm not really concerned about it. I did uncover, I split these guys up so that I could cover just this half to keep the moisture in, and then these guys I just completely uncovered. I'm gonna give these guys a little while longer. If they don't come up, I'll go ahead and reseed the trays, the pots, and start fresh to see if maybe it was just a germination problem with the seeds. It shouldn't be because I just ordered those this year. I'm thinking maybe I just planted these 2 rows a little too deep and it's taken longer for them to come up. So like I said, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. But so far I'm really happy with the progress. You're not gonna get much else from me this week. This is just gonna be a little short video, just an update so you can see what's going on. Next week I'll have more to show you. Next week I'm gonna be starting some more seeds. I'm gonna start some mammoth basil, some Italian large leaf basil. I'm gonna start my pineapple tomatillo, which is just basically ground cherries. And I'm gonna start my Grande Rio Verde tomatillos. I'm gonna start several of each. From what I understand, you have to have more than 1 plant for the tomatillos and the ground cherries also. So next week I'll come back and I'll start these seeds with you guys and I will give you a tour of the outdoor gardening space. So that's all for now. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.